Flower Bluff. And she's gonna sailing out past the end line for Lady Mustangs. Point over to Flower Bluff, served by Lauren Fuller. Here's a setup and the attack by Lily McCoy, handled by Flower Bluff, and there's a outside hit, spike into kill by number 6 Peyton Sanders for Flower Bluff to make it 4-1. Michaela Palmer. Palmer plays it on the back row. Here's a setup. There's an outside hit attempt by Katie Gurin. Front row unable to take advantage. It's now 8-3. And on to serve is the libero, Michaela Palmer, for Flower Bluff. And there's a strong attack by Yanalise Galarza. Now on to serve is Haston Guess. Here's a setup, and there's the outside attack by Miranda Lopez, controlled by Flower Bluff. Nice rally going on here. Here's a setup. On the outside, that was Sanders, and it was played by Pimentel. But the point's going to go over to Flower Bluff. Here's a setup on the outside for Lopez, and that outside hit by Sanders sails out of bounds. Point over to King, which is now racked up back-to-back points here. Here's the setup. And the outside hit for Nims, and that's another point for Flower Bluff. And there's a setup for Galarza, played by Flower Bluff. Here's a set outside hit by Silva for the spike and the kill point. Now popped up. Here's an outside attack by Libby Foster. Here's a setup on the outside, and that's Katie Gurin with the spike and the kill. Nim stays on the service line. Popped up there by Holland. Outside attack, but sent back the other way was Kennedy Orjakowski. And strong attack there by Orjakowski, but it gets blocked and sent back. Guerra on the serve. The outside hit, spiking the kill to Lauren Fuller. Popped up on the back row. Here's a setup. McCoy on the net. Gets played and popped up by Nims. Here's the setup. Where the outside, that's Foster. She gets it to fall. Fuller on the floor to make an attempt at it, but it falls. And King on the service line. Elena Booth on for the serve. Pass by Palmer. Here's the set. And there's Orjakowski. Pimentel sets it up, and here's the outside attack by Libby Foster, played by Flower Bluff on the outside. That's Fuller. Here's a setup for Orjakowski. And that was Freeman, controlled by King and sent back the other way. Here's the block, trying once again for Lopez. Popped up, and there's Sanders to end that rally. 4-all now. Pimentel sends it over, controlled by Flower Bluff. There's Foster, controlled by Flower Bluff, and here's the outside attack by Nims, but sent over with the back to serve is Foster. And that one popped up high by Guetta, but hit the ceiling and diverted the path of the ball. It's now 7-5. Peyton Sanders on for the serve. Picks up the ace there. Here's the setup, and there's Freeman for the play. And on the outside, there's Guetta. And Freeman with the outside hit for the kill. That one rides the top of the net. Point over to the Lady Mustangs. Madison Pimentel, the libero, to serve for King now. She's going to pick up the ace there. Much closer second set. And they're strong in the center of the net. Katie Gurin. 14 serving 8. Callie Nims on the serve. There's the pass. There's the set. Pimentel in the middle. Able to hit it over. And picks up the are the Lady Hornets today. There's the setup, and that's Lillian McCoy who's going to pick up the point there. Nice play by McCoy as that initial pass by Flower Bluff on the setup went a little bit too far to the middle, and McCoy was just there to make the heads up defensive play. And right back the other way is Gurin. 16-11 now. Flower Bluff with the sophomore Michaela Palmer, the libero, on to serve. Pass by Pimentel. Here's the setup, and here's the attack in the middle by Foster, and that's a point that's played by Fuller. Here's the outside attack by Sanders, played by the Mustangs, and here's Lopez sending it the other way. Here's the setup. There's Sanders with the return. Here's the set to the outside for Lopez, and she's going to pick up the point there. She's going to come up with the return. Set point now, with Fuller on the serve. Here's the setup, and there's Foster on the attack. Here's the setup, and there's Sanders, who comes up with Fuller with the serve. Here's the outside hit by Lopez, played by Flower Bluff, and sent over and out of bounds, but serve is Elena Booth. And Orjakowski there, strong in this. Kyla Ross on the serve for Lady Mustangs. And Orjakowski hard to the net, but Galarza was there. Ross with the serve. Nice play there by Nims. Acted like she was going to go with the set, but two hands it over quickly. Nice finesse. The whistle, 13-9. A couple of straight points by King. And Pimentel with the jump serve. And strong in the middle of the net is Freeman. And that's Fuller, controlled by King, sent over. Here's the setup by McCoy, sent over. Back on the block. Going over to Flower Bluff, 19-9 as Flower Bluff leads by 10 as they try to close this match out. Here's the setup, and there's McCoy. And she goes up. That's Foster on the outside. Here's the setup by Nims and Tigurin on the outside, and there was a block by Foster. Nims with the serve. Here's the setup, and McCoy sends it to the back row, popped up by Sanders. And that's Fuller, comes up with the outside. Match point coming up. Here's the serve by Nims, and that one gets popped up. And Pimentel able to save it, sent over by Cullum. Here's the setup in the outside for Guerin, and there was Foster coming up with the block to serve. This one popped up. Nims sets it up. It's played and it's returned by Guerra. Here's a setup on the outside, and that's Guerin. And that's how